We need to talk. Welcome to the channel. My name's Grant Tommy, helping you build your hot rod and your confidence without a ton of money. And, well, today, this episode, not a lot of progress to update you guys on. This is going to be another one of those, unfortunately, it's just another one of those episodes of building your confidence, I guess. This is this whole journey, this struggle. Your first project car, I guess this is what this is. This is the face of it. So, we're gonna get into that. So yes, yet again, Project Ford Fairmont has not started, and that's not to say that I haven't tried doing a few things. Now, if you remember from 2 weeks ago, we had fuel gushing out of the fuel bowl vents, so I got that taken care of. We got that remedied. I did get that done over the course of last week. And we did try a couple startups. I did actually have a fellow YouTuber come and help me yesterday, Sunday. Greg Durbin came up, tried to help me first start Project Ford Fairmont. But ran into some of the similar issues we had. It just cranks and doesn't fire. That also doesn't mean that we didn't learn something along the way either. So yeah, late last week I went ahead and replaced the power valve gasket because I was trying to run off of the old one, so the one in my rebuild kit, and I found the tab on the float was getting hung up on the gasket of the top cover, so I shaved a little bit off of this of that top tab, and that seemed to fix those problems. And I certainly, as I operated the accelerator pump arm, would see fuel shooting into the venturas, so I knew we had fuel. We knew then it had to be a spark issue. We tested a couple spark plugs, and with my spark plug tester, they were sparking. So, knowing that we had fuel, we had spark, we probably just weren't getting spark at the right time. So then it became a timing issue. And, well, long story short, over the course of time, double checked myself in the Chilton's manual, and I think I maybe only had 3 of the plug wires in the right spot, from cap to spark to cylinder, so that was disheartening. The most disheartening part is probably that 2 weeks ago, the episode when I tried to first start it up, if I just would have had my plug wires in the right spot, probably would have fired up. But nonetheless, we still haven't started it for the first time because, well, after cranking several times yesterday, we effectively just shoved a lot of fuel down the cylinder walls. So I'm gonna let it set a couple days. We're going to give it another shot, and hopefully we get it fired up here before too long. But I guess what the episode wants to be about, now that you guys know where I'm at, is, I guess, just what I like to call project car stalemate. When the project car is winning, you can't take the project any further. So let's get into some ways of how can I keep progressing on Project Ford Fairmont even though it's not starting right now. So yeah, yesterday, it's what I call project car stalemate. I was disheartened, feeling like it had gotten the best of me. Well, one of the other things that Craig and I were fighting yesterday, we did get it to fire a couple times and shoot some fireballs out of the carburetor once, and then out of the open headers twice. And so, having that much fuel in the motor, per Craig's advice, and I think it's valid advice, it might be better suited that I finish my white pipe at the very least. So if we are going to shoot fireballs out of the header, at least we can send it further back than, running the risk of catching something like a heater hose or, a condenser line or a vacuum line or something on fire from the open header situation. So yesterday I started TIG welding the white pipe, so I got my first section in, which allowed me to cut out my second cat. And yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say here is I was so discouraged about not starting the Fairmont again for however many weeks in a row this has been. But So I didn't record anything from yesterday because I wasn't in the mood. And so, well, point is, I guess what I'm trying to say is you gotta like win in the margins in this situation. So knowing that there's still other valid things that still have to get done anyway, this wound up being the perfect outlet for me to just shove everything aside and try something that I've really never done before. I've never welded exhaust tubing, and I was actually scared because every time I had tried welding tubing before, I've always blown through the seam, and honestly I didn't have that issue yesterday. I did a practice piece and I found, wow, hey, this was actually fairly easy. And so this isn't fully welded in this first stretch, but it's beyond tacked, and there was one spot that I had an issue with. I didn't blow through it, but nothing got carried away, and so I definitely stopped myself, you know, in the areas that I was struggling. But this is going to be my focus this week. So now that Project Ford Fairmont's out of this bay, I can leave it out, I can leave my truck out, and I'm just going to leave my welding table set up over here. We're just going to get this Y pipe done, and that way maybe next weekend maybe will be the magical weekend that we finally fire Project Ford Fairmont. So guys, I guess what I want to get at here in this episode is whenever you're stuck in a project car, most likely there's something else that can be done. I also have I can put another coat of paint on my wheels. That's something else. So just if you keep that list of things to do, sometimes you just gotta walk away from the big item and go pick some low-hanging fruit. And so I guess that's what I wanted this episode to be about. Is as you guys are watching me in my journey, you know, the people I want to reach the most are people who just want to get entry level into the hot rodding game, and that's where I'm at right now. So know this: you're gonna go through times like this, and so I just want to be real with the emotions, be real with the circumstance, my skill level, everything, and just know that you're gonna most likely encounter this too. And it might not be, you know, you might actually breeze through some of the things I've been struggling with, but you might struggle with some of the things that I breeze through. So just hang in there, and at the end of the day, you'll get a project card done at some point. But hey, if you really feel sorry for me and you want to help pick up my spirits, think about picking up some swag from the Spreadshirt store. There's a link in my description below. You can pick up straight 6-fan Pistons tee or 3060s 198 slant 6 inspired t-shirt. That's certainly going to help the prospect of this channel succeeding. Otherwise, the least you could do is either like, comment, or share this video. I don't care which one you do. Any of them is a big help. So that's going to do it for this episode. Oh, hey, and one last reminder, don't forget Car Guy and 6-Fan Show. Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Central, bounces back between my channel and Old Car Guys. I'll leave a car over here to his channel, so you gotta be following both of us to stay up to date. Otherwise, that's gonna do it for this episode. Until next time, peace out.